morning, everyone. Scott here. Another little video snippet before I head off to work. Had a long, trying weekend. I had replaced one of my projectors from Mitsubishi that was getting bad pixels. They replaced it under warranty overnight last week, which was really great. But when I went to mount it with the other two, it was my center one, it was off in its height compared to the other two, and I could not adjust it no matter what I did within the firmware. And unfortunately, the way my projectors are mounted with very limited ceiling space, I had no way to move them up or down. Wouldn't have been a problem if I had an extra foot of ceiling height, but I just finally gave up. I would have had to send it back and ask for another one and keep doing that until I get one that matched up pretty close. I don't know why they're off a little bit vertically from each other, but in any event, I'd been talking about LED TVs and large format TVs for a while and how much better I thought they would be than projections, so I finally bit the bullet and went out and got 3 Samsung 60-inch LED TVs. Now I got LED over plasma. I do have a plasma Samsung in my living room upstairs, and I really love it, but it gets really, really hot, and the power consumption is much higher than an LED, and I wanted really cool running, low power consumption down here in the basement for the sim. And these are, I think, the 240 hertz. I'm not noticing any motion problems. Nighttime blacks are just great. I don't have any issue with that. And I'm probably a little safer with these because of burn-in issues you might get off of a plasma. Though I guess that they're better nowadays than they used to be. So anyway, I chose LEDs. Choose either one, doesn't matter to me. But I'm happy with the setup. These have 0.7-inch bezels, so they're really thin bezel. Looking inside, I'm just flying around out here. Hopefully I don't hit a mountain. I'm at 6,000 feet on the autopilot, humming along. You can see the difference now, and I'm going to get in the cockpit in a minute, but you know, definitely don't stretch around to the back windows here. Each one is running 50 degrees field of view right now, the way I have it set in X-Plane. So that's 150 degree field of view, and I kind of like the way that looks. I really don't mind not having it out to the sides of my head, although it would be nice to have 2 more back here, and maybe I will someday. Right now I'm happy with it the way it is. So let's go out and look at what it looks like on the outside first. So here's the shell, there's the 3 LCDs. To give you an idea of fit, I'm about level with the camera and the top of the windshields, and you can see that the TVs are definitely going about maybe a foot higher than the top of the windshield right now. And the bottom of the windshields here, on the sides, it's about even with the lowest point. And up in the front, it's definitely about 6-7 inches below the lowest part of the front windshield. I've got the center one. It's probably about 3 inches of view disappearing behind the tip of the nose there. But you don't see that from within the cockpit even. Gives you an idea. Now if I'm standing even with the columns inside the plane, kind of see where the TV ends there. I'm standing right at the edge of this one, and that's kind of where the edge is falling right here. So it's definitely not coming beyond the first frame here. If I move this inward, I probably could just get to this frame. But my bases right now don't allow me to move them inward, and I suppose I could rectify that somehow or move the base up and lower the TV. Maybe I'll do that eventually. But this is good for me for now. Let's see. I made my own bases. 3 of them cost me about what one professional one would be. It's just basically a piece of 1-inch plywood from Home Depot. They come pre-cut in circles like that. And I've got a 2-inch pipe flange on there with a piece of 2-inch black pipe screwed into it. They come pre-threaded from Home Depot in 10-foot lengths, threaded on each end. So I just bought 2 pipes and had them cut in half, 5 foot. And then the back of this, I basically took a 30-inch by 12-inch piece of 3/4 inch plywood, and I used U-clamps, 2-inch U-clamps, or U-bolts, to bolt it onto the pipe. And this flange is offset. It's a little bit further to the back than to the front to give the front more area, so the weight of the monitors is on that wider area out in front. And they're very stable. I'm shaking with my hand right now, and they're not really moving that much. So yeah, that board is U-bolted on, and I can adjust the height up and down this pipe, no problem. Just loosen the U-bolts a little bit. And then I bought a TV wall mounting bracket that it's got a tilting feature to it, as well as it can be with a couple screws down here. I can get a little bit of a rotating, a couple degrees for alignment. I can tilt it, and there's a little up and down also. And they can also be moved left and right on the rails. I don't know how good this will come in, but I bought those from Best Buy also. And that's it. Easy stands. You can see the front one here. And this is the space I got around the back end. I can kind of walk around the back. There's the other one. What's nice about this setup is that I can also still get below into the nose to work on stuff. So let me get back around the front and we'll get into sim. We got about 3 minutes left on this 10-minute video. See, I tilted this a little bit. Okay, let's get inside. I'm going to turn off the lights in the room.